Hello, hello. It says we're live. Hopefully, that means people in YouTube land can see us. And if you can see us, say hi in the chat.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I need to mute my phone. No one said hi yet. Maybe we're not live. Okay, give us like a thumbs up or something if you can hear us. A lot of people are saying hi, but do you think they're saying hi to us or just hi to each other? Wait there, let me have a look at YouTube. Oh no, I think we're live.
I
I
think it
think we're
just
live.
came up on YouTube because I looked at
Yeah.
mine.
Exactly. I think we're getting a delay. Yeah, look, now there's loads of thumbs up. We're just getting a delay. I think actually I have experienced that before on YouTube. There's kind of quite a big delay. And then when you actually look at YouTube, as opposed to StreamYard that we're looking at, then you kind of see yourself about 3 seconds ago, and it's kind of freaky. But hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this live stream where we're going to be announcing the JavaScriptmas results. And I'm just having a look. Oh, we've got more than 100 people watching. That is quite exciting. I was actually wondering if it would just be me and you, but it's not. Mika, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I am good, thank you. It is
I love your
Christmas Eve.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's been busy today. I've been doing loads of cooking and all that sort of thing. But are you all ready for tomorrow? Is it a big thing for you and your family?
Getting there. I'm always Christmas avoidant until the week before. So I put all this stress on myself at the last minute. But I've already gone to 2 different grocery stores today and wrapping presents over here. So we're getting close.
Okay, that's cool. I'm kind of the opposite. My Christmas decorations have been up since November, and I've like did all my shopping ages ago. But right, let's see who we've got in the chat. Cookie says, I can hear you twice. It's messing with my brain. I don't think you should be getting an echo from me because I have muted YouTube correctly. Is anybody else hearing an echo? If so, we can look into it. But if not, I think it's fine. Only maybe only Cookie can hear us twice. Sorry, Cookie, but hey. So what are we going to do today? Well, we are going to do something like this. We have a bit of a sort of a schedule going. Not a very thick schedule, but we will basically we've got quite a lot of names to read out for a start because we're giving away loads of different prizes and we're announcing them all in one go. So we've got 24 winners of the annual Pro. And we've also got code review winners, and there's 5 of them. And then we've got the grand prize winner of the MacBook. So quite a lot of names to get through. So what we thought we would do is we would go through the first 12 annual Pro winners. Then we're just going to have a look at one of the challenges and we'll solve it together and see if we can figure it out. I mean, live coding always goes horribly wrong. And if Leanne and Michael were here, you know, they would be past masters at this. But
and we're time traveling too because it's morning here and it's afternoon there. So
yeah, in fact, it's 9 a.m. for you, isn't it? No,
10 a.m. close.
it's 10 a.m. You've already been to 2 grocery stores.
I know. Wow. I got up early hoping to beat the crowd, and that didn't work. Everybody got the same idea.
It's not even possible in the UK actually, because on a Sunday, well, big stores are not allowed to open before 10. So, yeah, there we are. Well, shall we just go ahead and reveal the names of our first 12 winners?
Yes, I'm so excited.
So I'm going to now attempt to share my screen, and I've got my Okay, hopefully in just a moment, folk are going to see my slideshow. But I don't know how long the delay is. But I'm just going to keep talking because I think it's going to be coming up. So the very first winner, Mika, can I just check? Can you see what I'm sharing?
I can see your screen with the JavaScriptmas
Oh, okay, cool.
editor.
That means it's working. That means it's working. Okie dokie. So, do let me know in the chat if you can also see it's working, because that's really, really cool. Let's go ahead and reveal the first winner then. And the first winner, so these are people who have entered obviously JavaScriptmas by solving a challenge, and then each day we have chosen one winner. So on the very first day, the winner, oh, that's just a reminder of the prizes. That was a little bit of anticlimax there. So yeah, we've already talked about the prizes. We've got the 24 Annual Pro, we've got the MacBook Air, and we've also got the $100 prizes for code reviews. Okay, but the winner for the first day of JavaScriptmas is Christopher Evans. So congratulations, Christopher Evans. And maybe you are in the chat.
Congratulations.
I don't see you there, but anyway, Christopher Evans, winner number one. Winner number two is Nendaholic. And I should just say at this point that we're taking the names from tweets. So for some people, it will be their actual name. For others, it will be their tweet handle. It will just be what came up on their tweet. So Nendaholic is winner number two. Oh, I've just realized what that handle means. They're like a Nintendo gamer holic, maybe?
Oh,
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Okay.
Yes.
Number three, we've got Kiati Hingu. On day four, we've got Nilesh Kokar. And number five, Biljana Codes.
Amazing.
So those are the first five winners. Sorry, Mika.
Amazing. Congrats to you all.
Yeah, I wonder if any of those are in the chat. I can't see any, but I'm really hoping that some people who are in the chat today will win. But let's see. Right, we're going to take a couple more, and then we'll do our first bit of coding. So we'll go up, I guess, to number 12. So on day 6, it was Damu, Twitter handle, Yosoy Eusebio. Congratulations, Damu. And then moving on from 7 up to 12, we have got Shant. And we know Shant from the town hall, right? I think Shant is quite a regular at town hall. I wonder if Shant is here today.
Shant did all 24 days, I happen to know. So.
Oh, really? How do you know that? Have you seen that on Discord?
Yes. He's one of the bootcamp code reviewers. And
cool.
Yeah. So we've been rooting boot campers on who are doing JavaScriptmas, and he's been participating every day. I wish I'd had the chance to do that this year. It's so much fun.
Yeah. I also have done it in the past. Really cool. Hey, I've just noticed that we have actually got Nilesh Kokare in the chat, and I think that's the Nilesh, the Kokare who we just announced. I think I can share that message on the screen. Oh, cool. So yeah, it's really nice. We've got some people here who have won. Maybe they're yeah, so Srisen says Nilesh is here. Yes, indeed. Oh, and I think no, maybe not. But anyway, okay, onwards and upwards. So that was Shant. Congratulations to Shant. And day 8 was Vespa. I believe real name Vanessa, could be wrong, but congratulations to you. For day 9, Digbiaya Lenka. And day 10, Aduelo Miracle. That's another name I feel like has possibly come to the town hall.
I see these people in the town hall. I love these Scrimba community members.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm so glad that some people that we're familiar with are winning. Oh, someone says Kati Hingu is my sister. Okay, cool. Oh, look, and Miracle, Ayanu Miracle says, I am here. I can share that. Congratulations. And yes, Scrimba Pro for a year coming your way. Okay, 2 more to go, and then we'll do some coding together. So on day 11, we chose Paulopoulos. Congratulations, Paulopoulos. Or Paulophallus.
I love these handles. They're
I
so
know.
fun.
I should have like read them aloud before coming on. That probably would have been better. And okay, last one of this section, number 12, Pritam Chakraborty. Congratulations, Pritam. Cool. Those are the first 12 winners. So we've got 12 more of those to go. We've got 5 more code review winners to go, and we've got the grand prize winner to go. But before we do any of that, let's do a little bit of coding. And yeah, we'll solve a challenge. So let me just bring up the window for JavaScriptmas.
Will it be a JavaScript challenge?
I
know this year we did CSS and AI challenges too.
There were, yeah. I mean, I've looked at a couple of them earlier today, and I thought we might finish on the one for December 24th with today's one. I mean, we could throw it open and just say, hey, tell us which one you want us to look at. Probably best not to go for one of the AI ones where we have to mess around with APIs and keys and things.
Yeah.
Should we do that, or should we?
Yeah, any votes?
Live dangerously. Yeah, okay, come on. Tell us in the chat.
Which ones were your favorite?
Yeah, anyone's favorite, anyone you'd like us to see put on the screen. We're probably just going to take the first one you tell us. And in the meantime, let's just check back. Yeah, Cookies says you need to win something for pronouncing the names. Oh, I need to win something for pressing the right button as well, because this thing moves too fast. That's what I was trying to share. You need to win something. I'm not sure that I'm doing it that well. So what we say, Darwin says the last one should be great. Jack Reed says day 24 was fun. AI ones were difficult. Save Santa would be a good one to do, actually. And that is one that I've looked at. It's quite JavaScripty.
I looked at that one. That would be fun.
Should we have a look at Save Santa? So I think that was day. Can I remember? No, I'll have to find 15? It. You think day 15? You might be wrong, actually.
Anybody know?
Day 20.
Yeah.
It was day 20. Right, let's share the screen again. And this is the one we want. And it is day 20. So let's click into day 20. Okay. Actually, we should rewind back to the beginning, I guess. So the deal with this one, yeah, interesting. Let's just actually fork the scrim so we've got something to work with. That might be a bit easier. Yeah, here we are. So let's close the console a second, get rid of the mini browser. So the deal with this one is that we've got this array, and it's kind of complicated. It's a nested array, right? So we've got, sometimes we've just got an array, and sometimes we've got a couple of arrays within other arrays. And here we've got an array or two arrays within an array, which is within an array, which is within an array. So nested array. And the actual object of this is basically to get rid of everything which is not a Santa. So you're saving Santa from the monsters. Now, it did say, I'm not sure if we can flick through. Yeah, so it said here, easy mode, you're allowed to flatten the array. So that does make it really, really easy. More difficult mode, stretch goal, leave the original array structure intact, so don't flatten it. That's actually pretty hard to do. But hey, let's go ahead. Mika, where do you think we should start? Did you solve this one, did you say?
I did, yes.
And did you solve it by flattening the array?
I think that I did.
I think that is definitely the best way to do it, because I did actually do the solution without doing that, and it's a royal pain. But maybe we'll look at that quickly. if we dare. All right, so what do you think I should do first?
All right, so we have a function with a parameter, and we're going to be passing our danger array in. So, we're going to need some kind of method to loop through the danger array, but which?
I think like the absolute easiest way to do this, let's just see in the chat if anybody is helping us out already, because yeah, see, people are saying recursion. Skeptical coding is saying, I straight up flattened the array, not even going to lie, lol. Skeptical coding, that's exactly what I did, not going to lie either. I think it is the easiest. Should we do it the really easy way first?
Yes, I'm wondering what you think the easy way is.
I think the really easy way is to use the flat method.
Oh.
First. Okay, so if we, let's, okay, first, let's just return the array and we'll call flat. And let's just see what happens when we hit save. So we're still getting, obviously, everything that's in it, but the arrays become a little bit easier because it's not as nested as it was, but we can put a parameter in here. So if we go for 3, that will tell you how deeply nested to, well, to sort of unnested, how deep to go when flattening. And I think when we go to 3, that's just going to give us an array.
Oh, amazing.
That is really, really helpful.
So we can do this because we know the level to which it's nested. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I mean, I suppose, I mean, it would be really nasty, but you could just put like a really high number in there. But I think that's not the idea. I think the point is, yeah, you should know. And so now we've done that, we can chain something on the end. Let's just see if anyone's, ArcG says, oh my God, I like the way you're all actually brainstorming to find the solution. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, people are saying infinity works in the flat method. Absolutely, it does. Yeah, I don't know. It feels, somehow it feels like cheating, doesn't it? It feels a bit hacky. But anyway, so we've got a flat array. What are we going to use next? Well, I think we need to do some filtering, right?
Filter sounds good.
So if we filter, and then we can pass in a function. Oh, I keep doing that. And so, yeah, for people who don't know, people who haven't used the filter method before, in fact, I might do this without an arrow function because I think it's just a bit clearer if people are kind of new. In fact, you could just put a function name and write the function somewhere else. But we're going to pass filter a function. And what filter is going to do is it's going to work on each element in the array, and it's going to see if the element in that array passes a test that we're going to set it. So we need to give it a parameter. And that parameter, I mean, you can call it anything, but we might as well be descriptive. Should we call it emoji? Because each one is emoji.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then what we want to return here is emojis, which are triple equals to Santa. See, I think if we do this, we're just going to get an array of Santas. How about that?
Perfect.
So I think when I say the easiest way to do it, I think that's the easiest way to do it.
That is a pretty easy way. I like it.
But you did it a different way. So you did it recursively.
Yeah, maybe I did it a harder way.
That's really cool. Do you, by any chance, sorry to like just throw that at you, but do you have that code handy by any chance? We could.
Oh, yeah, I can easily pull it up. Yeah. I used the reduce method with recursion. Did anybody else do it that way? I can't.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Let us know.
I'm curious how everybody else solved it. And I'll pull up my solution.
In fact, do you have the option to share screen?
I will see if I do.
I might have to. I don't know if I have to give you that permission or not.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I think I made it. It's a note. Aha.
Have you
All
got it?
right. I've found the scrim.
Cool.
And should I just share my screen with the solution?
Yeah, we could do that, and we can just talk through it and see. Yeah, skeptical coding is like, now I want to know the hard way. Show us the way. Right, Mika, show us the way. Do you have the option to share screen? If you do, I will stop.
I'm about to look,
Oh,
yes.
cool.
I see it's not disabled. I can share
Cool.
my
Yeah, let
screen.
me stop sharing mine.
Okay.
Okay, back to two of us.
All
Go for
right,
it.
let's see
Let's
if
see.
this works.
It gives you some funny warning first about you need to have a good computer or some obnoxious
Oh,
stuff like that.
well, too bad.
Yeah, it's too late. Should have told us.
All right. Can y'all see my screen?
I need to add it to the stage. Here we are. Now
Okay.
we can see your screen.
All right. So here I've got my Save Santa array, and I created a variable for a flattened array. And then I used the reduce method, and that takes a callback function. And I've used an arrow function, but like Tom, I could put function in here, right? Not with all caps. And use brackets and all that goodness. But I'll just leave it out for now as an arrow function. And then, yeah, I checked to see if, so the first parameter is the total. This is the accumulator. We're going to be adding to this total. And then the second thing is going to be like the current value, the current item in the array. So as I'm going through this array, I want to see if the current value is an array. And if so, I'm going to bring this down onto a different line maybe. Then I want to concatenate, and then that's where I use recursion. I call the function inside of the function, taking the current value with the parameter. But if it is not an array, then we will just add the current value to the array. And here is the second parameter in the reduce function. I have an empty array. I'm pushing everything to this empty array, which is the flattened array. So once it's returned, I created another variable for safe array. And then I just did a for loop to check to see if the item was the Santa emoji and pushed all the Santas into the safe array.
Nice. That's really, really cool. That's really, really cool. That's actually, I looked at this, having done it like the easy way that I did it. I also asked ChatGPT what it thought the best way to do it without, if I said to it, how would you do it if you don't use the flat method? And it did actually something very, very similar to that, very similar indeed to that. I'm not sure if it did that, the looping thing in exactly the same way, but I mean, not, I don't think it did it in a better way or some special way, but nice. I think that's cool.
I don't think I've ever explained reduce. I'm not sure if I have. So I hope that I explained it well. I know that you do a great job of it in your JavaScript modules and Scriptmas.
It took ages to think about how to explain reduce. Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? And it's actually, I think it's the array method that people struggle with the most for some reason. I think once you've got it, you wonder what all the fuss was about, but until you get it, it looks like it's really difficult somehow and really, really strange. It looks like people in the chat did something similar. So Whisper Scribe is saying, I did use the for, sorry, I didn't use for, but some ifs instead. Yep, you could definitely also do it that way. Oh, Giuseppe Bonariva says the hard way was to keep the original array structure. Have we kept the original array structure? Yeah, because you're returning safe array. So you're not you haven't actually altered the original array. Is that right?
I think so. I've created the flattened array.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think
so
we passed
danger
that.
array is still there.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can log danger array and just make sure it's still intact, maybe. Oh, well, that's in a
Yeah.
loop. You get a lot of those.
But that's cool. I know. I think. I mean, it was logging danger array correctly. It was just logging it multiple times. So
Yes.
we've definitely left the original array intact. Skeptical coding says, "This is really cool. Wait, the reduce part is a tad confusing to me, but the loop and everything else makes sense to me." Yeah, the reduce part. Should we just quickly have a look at that again? So
Let's
we've
do
got,
it.
yeah, we've got the reduce method, and then we've got total and current value. Mika, what's happening next?
All right. So this is a callback function. Total is going to be, the total starts as an empty array, but whatever this parameter is what the total will be. You know, you could do this with numbers or other values, but you're going to then accumulate each of the current values to the total. Does that make sense, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so then we are looking to see if this current value, so we're looking at, this is each item in the array. So let's say this is the first item. Actually, this array is the first item. So it's checking to see if this item is an array. And if it is an array, then it is going to add that array into this new array, this flattened array. But here's where it gets a little hairier too, because we're using recursion. We're calling the function within itself. So it's basically going to send it back through this again until it's not an array. And then once the current value meets this condition, or meets the condition that it is not an array, it's false, then it is going to add that current value, which will just be a single emoji, to this array. So then at the end, if I console log the flattened array, sorry, it takes us through the loop. So let's see. Now you can see where it's accumulating. Let's see. Maybe I want to comment this out. I don't know. I'm putting the console log in the wrong place. What do you suggest?
Sorry, what were you trying to do? That I was just quickly reading a comment or two.
I wanted to see what this flattened array looks like.
Oh, yeah, it gets really weird with recursion, doesn't it? As to where you can log it. I don't know. It might it might never work.
Yeah. So, well, what if maybe if I do this instead? What if I return the flattened array instead? Okay. So, given my explanation, you know, it checks to see if it's an array. If it is, it's going to run it back through the machine. It's going to add that array. It's going to reduce that array. I've lost the plot here, Tom.
No, what you're saying is absolutely right.
And then once the current value meets the condition of being false for this condition, it isn't an array, then it will push that current value, the single emoji, to our empty array, which is the flattened array. So there we can see all the emojis that that have been pushed into this flattened array. And then I've created this safe array. And it's empty. And then I just loop through that flattened array and push all the Santas into it.
So that 4 of that you've got there is kind of equivalent to what we were doing before with the filter method of just grabbing the Santas basically and leaving everything else.
Yeah. You could do filter there instead, of course.
Yeah. I think skeptical coding has basically summarized it really nicely. Each time it runs via recursion, it adds the value to a new array. And then when it gets to a point where there's no array left, that's like it's been flattened. Yep. And basically job done. So yeah, exactly. That's it. It's just going through each time. If it finds an array, it will keep going. It will keep adding that, so it's each time it's going to be nested one less, and then eventually it's a flat array, and then you can filter through it or loop through it, whichever way you want. Cool. A few people have asked to if you could share that scrim.
Sure. Well, actually, I'm going to have to send it to you in a private message, and you'll have to post it because I can't.
Oh, okay. You can't access the chat.
Comment in the YouTube. I had YouTube open on my phone, but I think that was causing an echo.
Oh, I see.
So I don't have it open anymore, but I've just shared the link with you, and feel free to share it with everyone else.
Oh. This should.
I thought I was doing it the easy way because I thought I was flattening the array, but I wasn't using the flat method. So that does make sense that'd be the easy way. And yeah, I wondered if there's a harder level than this. I don't know what I'd do.
No, I don't know. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of. I mean, other than the various ways of removing everything that's not a Santa, but in terms of actually flattening the array, I think recursively is the way to do it if you're not going to use the flat method. So there we are. That's a hard one, and yeah, I always think it's a bit of a nightmare as soon as you get into the reduce method, particularly when you're like live in front of lots of people. I've done that before, and suddenly it gets really kind of complex. And yeah, to the person earlier who was sort of saying that reduce looks really complex. Yeah, good point from Jimmy Newman, by the way. The result of reduce is always that it returns only a single element of the array, depending on the condition specified in the callback. Yeah, so with reduce, you get one thing. It's always trying to reduce it to one string, one array, one whatever, but always one thing. Yeah, kind of tricky thing to go through. And the way you had to use it there, where you're passing in that extra parameter, which was an empty array in that case, is actually the slightly more complicated use of reduce as well, without passing in that extra parameter, which I don't think you could have done in this case. But in other use cases for reduce, it's a little bit easier. Like if you just want to add up a bunch of numbers, then it is actually a little bit easier than that. So yeah, people who have struggled with reduce should probably just mess around with the very basics. Just try adding up the numbers 1 to 10. That's like the really most basic thing you can do with reduce, and then it becomes a bit easier. Anyway, look, it's already 25 to the hour, and we've only solved one challenge, and we've barely announced any winners. So let's announce the next set of winners. So we finished up with day 12 and Pritam Chakraborty. So let's go for the next 6 winners. We had Evla27, a year Scrimba Pro, coming your way. We have Kay, whose Twitter handle is I'm KFox. Chris Campbell, winner for day 15. Congratulations, Chris. Not sure if I don't recognize any of these names as being in the chat right now. Oh, Skeptical Coding says, that's me. Which one's you? Oh, which one's you, Skeptical Coding? Well, congratulations. Well, congratulations to you all, but I want to know which one is Also, skeptical coding. Wouldn't it be nice if we all just had the same name across all of the platforms? Tom and Mecca became a weekly part of my life. Love you guys. Thank you, Cookies. We appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Tim Campbell says me equals Evla 27.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought Chris Campbell. But
Yeah. How did you get to
Evla.
Evla 27? Yeah, I'm sure it means something to you. Oh, and Pritam Chakraborty is here as well.
Woo.
Oh, good. Well, I'm really glad some people are winning. Maybe we have two Christopher Campbells. Now I'm really confused, because if Tim Campbell is Evla 27, then who's Evla 20? Then they have the same name. Oh, that's Chris and not Tim.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, really confusing. Yeah, bizarre. Okay, who have we got next? Oh, how do we pronounce? Any ideas, Mika, on pronouncing this one?
I will probably butcher it, but Wojciech?
Wojciech sounds good. Kasprak.
I saw them posting solutions. That's fantastic. Great job.
Yeah, cool. And who is up next? We have got Bruno Bukowski. Bruno Bukowski, congratulations. And day 18, Helen CLX. So Scrimba Pro on the way for all of you guys. I think we should go on and finish off these winners, and then maybe we'll have a quick look at the final challenge, and then, or I can't remember what order we said, but maybe code review winners and then final challenge and then MacBook winner. So Scrimba Pro for a year to Madhusudan Kalkani, sorry. Congratulations to you. And also to Mohamedou Mausabra, Sina Gadimi, Ritik Diman, Roxana Rodbeck, and finally another Vanessa, but it is a different one. This is Vans _MP. So congratulations to you. And I should just particularly big up, who is it? I believe it was, where's my Ritik. So Ritik, you actually would have won twice, although we don't allow people to win twice, but you would have won 2 Scrimba Pros because actually your name was randomly selected twice. So hey, double congratulations to you. What are the chances? Right. Should we have a quick look at day 24's challenge? Because I think that one was quite a bit easier, and it won't take so long.
Sure. I haven't seen it before, but I'd love to look at it.
Yeah, let's take a look. So if we get rid of that one.
I keep hearing Leanne's soundboard in my head.
I know we need the soundboard to like fill. I thought I had it open, but I clearly don't. Okay, one moment. Here we are. Oh, whether that might be. I think it's cool. Okay, let's go. Here we are, day 24, Christmas tree lights. So the problem that we've got here is that the Christmas tree lights are off at the moment. And what we want them to do is we want them to flash on and off every 80 milliseconds. And for a stretch goal, make the blue and red lights flash alternately. Now, the CSS has basically been done. So we've got this lights on property, which is just unsetting this filter. And what we can see is if we untoggle the filters, the lights come on. So if we can do that programmatically, we can make the lights flash. That's the That's the idea. And we want to do this every, what did it say? I think it said 800 milliseconds. So what do we need?
We need some variables.
Yeah.
We need to grab some DOM elements, I think.
I think that would be a great place to start. Yeah. What should we grab?
Let's see. Can I look at the HTML? I should probably pull this challenge up like on my own screen.
Yeah, cool. In fact, I can. Oh no, I think I'm sharing it as big as I can.
I will just look at the challenge so I can look at the code too. Okay. So the HTML has a bunch of divs, and they all have a class of lights, and they're alternating classes red and blue, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should go for it and have the red and blue. Let's go for the stretch goal and have them flash separately. It's a little bit more complicated, but
Okay.
I think it looks nicer.
Okay. What do you think we should do then?
So how about we start off by grabbing all of the lights? So we can do that. So they've either got the class of red or the class of blue, right? So if we do a get elements by class name, we can just grab the lot. Should we just delete that quickly and just say const red lights equals document dot get elements by class name, and memory like a sieve there. Class name is just red and blue. And then we'll do exactly the same. I can't spell lights, can I? Lights.
Very close, very close.
Okay. Cool. So we've used get elements by class name. So that's going to get us an HTML collection that we're going to have to iterate through. Before we do that, should we just remember that our delay is 800 seconds? So let's save that as a
800 milliseconds, yeah.
That's 800 milliseconds indeed. Right. Next up, if we go for... See, the way I did this when I wrote it, and maybe people in the chat will have other ideas, but I set up a Boolean. So I had something like const r lights on, and I set that equals to true or false. I can't actually remember how I started off, but it doesn't matter. We'll change it if we need to. So we've got our lights on is true. And now I think had a massive function.
Do we want that to be a const since it's a Boolean?
I'm pretty sure we don't. Well spotted. Yep, I think that was going to fail later for sure. And this can be called something like toggle lights. And what we want this function to do then is, if we want them to go alternately, that's why we've got that Boolean. Let's just see what people in the chat are saying while we think about it. I'm so glad to see our codes match, Tom. That's because, Aniket, great minds think alike. And Sri Sen says, grab red and blue lights using class, then use two set intervals, one at 8 milliseconds, the other at 16 milliseconds. In the first one, remove lights for red and add for blue, and vice versa in the second. Do you know what? That, I think, is a bit of a simpler way than I was thinking of doing it. Should we go with Sri Sen's advice?
Let's try it. That's kind of what I thought too, even though I hadn't changed I hadn't tried this challenge yet. So yeah, like you said, great minds.
Then there's two sets of intervals, one at 800 milliseconds. Well, I mean, that is pretty much the same thing that I was going to do, I think.
But we need to check if the lights are on. And if they're on...
I'm wondering if they're actually, if Srisem was going to do it without without the Boolean. Grab red and blue lights using class, and then use 2 set intervals, one at 8 milliseconds. Do we need the Boolean? I don't know. Maybe we're going to fail because we're trying to do 2 ways at the same time. Okay. Why don't let's take these red lights. And shall we? I'm thinking if we iterate over them, and what we want to do for each one is either add or remove the on class, right? Because that unsets the filter.
So, oh yeah, there's that separate filter that's unset.
Yeah.
So
We remove. Sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong screen. But yeah. So sorry, it's called lights on, that class. So if we remove that or add it, then we're making the lights flash. That's my thinking. So that's right. That's why I was using the Boolean. So if we make all of this, so if our lights on, so if that's true, we want to go through each of those, and we want to say light.class list. So if they're on, we want to remove, was it called lights on? Lights on, yeah. I think that makes sense.
That makes sense. I guess we'll see if it works.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And then I guess
else, right?
Yeah. But do we need to do something with the blue lights here? Yeah, you see, I think when I did it, maybe I've done it quite a complicated way, because I think I did something like this. And it's kind of clunky to have like light and light, but they are in their own context, so they should be all right. But I think we want this one to be inside a set timeout to give it a delay.
Oh.
Is that, do you reckon, gonna... I'm really not convinced I'm not doing this in a ridiculously complicated way.
That's just how it goes sometimes. We'll test it out, and if it works.
And then I think if we have the else here, and then we kind of do the opposite. Does that seems clunky, doesn't it? But yeah, maybe we can just copy all of this, which seems really wasteful. I think, yeah, if Leanne and Michael were watching this, they would be like, guys, this is a really, really round the houses way of doing it. And just change remove to add. And call the function.
I like that you made a variable for the delay.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch. No magic numbers.
We need to do something. Where do I change the Boolean? So that needs to be flipped. Yeah, right, just before we go into the else. Do you think that's... I think so. Can we do that shorthand like that?
Yeah, I think so.
And the same here, maybe. Should we give it a try? This may or may not work. Let's save it.
Try it. We need to switch them around, right? Or does it matter? The second one on line 27? It doesn't
But we
matter,
should
right?
that should just put it to the opposite. But something's not working anyway. What's gone wrong? Is anyone helping us out? What have we done wrong? You can set interval to toggle lights on and off. Have we done set interval? Oh, we did set timeout. Did we mean to do set interval?
Uh-huh.
No, eh? No.
Set timeout. Uh-huh. 13
Yeah,
and
no, set
23.
timeout. Set timeout is what we wanted to do.
Okay.
I'm not convinced about this rubbish here. That's our lights on, so that will be false, and that will be true.
I think we need to put the toggle, like, yeah, set the R lights on. I think that needs to be inside of one of the 4 blocks, right? Whenever it removes the class, then we change the Boolean.
This one here, line 17.
Yeah. Would it go up under line 10?
Under line
We
10.
want each light to be off then if we remove that class.
But then it's going to happen on every iteration of that loop. Isn't it?
I don't know. Let's try it.
I think that's what you think. Put it here.
Maybe, yeah.
But now,
no.
For every light of red lights, it's going to flip that Boolean.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We don't have a Boolean for each and every light.
No.
Got it.
But I am wondering actually what have we got here for? Oh, wait, no, it is in the wrong place though, because at the moment it's inside that folder. I bet someone's pointed that out. Maybe they haven't. Oh, we cannot see the bottom. Sorry. Maybe I need to make this a little bit smaller. I don't know if that helps. So all we've got down at the bottom is the toggle lights function call. But look, I'm thinking that we've actually got this Boolean flip here right inside there. So let's try that. And it's still not working, but also that one. Why isn't that working? Okay, someone in the chat is going to have to help us out here.
Help us.
Yeah.
Santa. Santa needs to save us now.
Yeah. So we've got everything looks like it should be right, but they're not flashing. We've got the lights class. Those are just red and blue. That's fine. We've got light.
Should we log like light.classlist somewhere in there just to kind of see?
Do you know what? We should definitely be doing some logging, shouldn't we? Because what's the point of debugging without? What should we log and where?
Under line 9, let's just console log light.classlist, maybe.
Righty-ho.
Maybe that would go right above. So it's got lights and red. Oh, so okay. So it doesn't have the class lights on.
It hasn't got the class lights on. Presumably, if we put that there, it will. Oh no, it doesn't.
We need to add lights on first.
Is there something? Yeah, remove.
We need to add the classless lights on.
But that's what's happening down here.
Okay.
So our lights on is true.
So then let's
So
log
if our
the
lights
list
on,
down there and see if that's actually happening.
oh, wait there. We need to start with that at false, do we?
Okay.
I think, yeah. I bet it was, how come nobody in the chat noticed that? Restart on and red off. Do you know what? It's working, but I'm sure I'm sure there are so many easier ways to do it than that. But hey, I think that's
And then if we could do delay times 2 or have delay to 1600, then we could have them alternating maybe. Like have a second number for delay, like Shri said, 1600.
well, I think that will happen automatically. I think we've just got a problem that now we're setting that to false. So if we set that to
Oh,
true, they should just
ah.
flash on and off alternately, won't they? And set that to false. No? What? Why not? Something is I'm wondering, I thought we had it there, but let's just see what people are saying in the chat.
Well, we run the function once and then it stops. So they turned on and
Yeah, but that should. I mean, oh, do you know what? Yeah, no, you've just hit the nail on the head, haven't you? I realize now what we're doing because of what you just said. We're just calling the function and it's running once, which is silly. Obviously, I'm so embarrassed this is being recorded. What do we want? Do we want to use the set interval there? Yes.
let's do it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well spotted. Oh man. And then we can have this function call in there. And if we do that for the same delay, let's try that. No, they just stay on.
Do we still need the set timeout in the loop?
Yes, but I think what's going on now? I think if that's true, so if our lights on are true, then this will run. Then we set that to false. Else, they're off. We put them on, and we set that to true.
Okay.
We're getting those console logs, which we don't want. But the lights aren't doing anything. Why? Do you know what? I might, unless someone's got some massive inspiration, the first our lights on should be false, says Laszlo. It is, isn't it? No. Should it? If you set that, yeah, it would make more sense to have that as false. But, do you know what I am thinking? Shall we?
I'd love for our guests to share their solutions in the chat. If you solved day 24,
Yeah.
free lights, please do share.
I'm thinking, shall I just bring up the scrim where I shared it?
Do it.
Someone's pointing out, yeah, could of course use toggle. It's like...
Would we want the Boolean on line 5 to be inside the function or no?
No, because that function is going to get called multiple times.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
true.
so we want that changing of the Boolean
Yes.
to be, to sort of be carried across. Okay, I am going to share this tab where it's working. All right, can you see that that's working?
Yes.
So I think we're doing exactly the same, pretty much, as we've just done. It's slightly different. The class is on instead of lights on.
Okay.
That was just me messing around.
Looks very similar.
So why is that? Can anyone see a difference?
Removing it first and then adding it later. Can you scroll down a little bit, Tom?
Yeah, sure. I was just going to share a comment from Tony Bowen. We all vote for set interval and toggle and no timeout. Okay.
Today. It looks quite the same.
It does. There must be some difference in there that we can't see.
Yeah.
Is probably be something. Ha. Well, do you know what? I think we're going to go back to this one that doesn't work. We're going to make it work, but we're going to cheat a little bit. I think we might just take this function and we might just copy it over. And then we just need to make sure that that class name is lights on and not just on. Yeah, and now it works. So that we were doing something weird in that function. I'm not sure what we were doing.
Very curious. Maybe there was a typo.
Yeah, probably. But we're all doing this in the console. I'm bound to puzzle over that later. I might just like if you put them side by side. Oh no. It doesn't matter. It does work if we do it that way. I think it's solved. That is one way of doing it. My God, we've gone over time and we haven't even got through all of the winners. So should we just move on and get those names out there and then everyone can go and enjoy their Christmas or their holidays or what have you.
I'm excited to hear about these other JavaScriptmas participants.
Yeah.
who have won a year of Scrimba Pro.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I think there are a million better ways than what we've just done to solve that. So let's just close that tab, stop sharing it at least, and go back to sharing this tab and get on with some more winners. Right. Who's up next? So we've got the code review winners. Mika, do you want to read these out as I do the slides?
Sure, I'd love to. Thank you.
So first up.
Terry Parler, you did several code reviews. Thank you so much. You will have a cash prize of $100.
Okay.
Along with 4 other winners who are Jeffrey Lemur, Benjamin Sema, Hassan Shakil, and Ankit Verma.
Cool. So everybody there is going to win $100 for doing a code review. Congrats to all of them. So yeah, we didn't have as many code reviews as I expected, actually, but that did make it a better chance of winning that $100.
For sure.
Jeffrey is famous on Discord, according to Cookies. That's cool.
Jeffrey is I don't know. If he's not a community hero, he is in my opinion.
Okay. Right. Let's, without further ado, then move on to the grand prize winner. And the grand prize winner, drum roll, and this is where we need Leanna Michael's sound. Yeah, exactly. The winner is, and I don't know, maybe they're going to be here in the chat. It is Jose Carlos Bermudez Infante. Oh, I've put a year Scrimba Pro, day 23. No. That's not what that's meant to say at all. It's meant to say that they've won this laptop.
Oh.
And that is indeed what they've won. So Jose Carlos Bermudez, you have most definitely won the laptop, the MacBook. I'm going to update that. And quickly update the slide.
Congratulations, Jose Carlos.
There we are. Now it's correct. Jose Carlos Bermudez Infante, you have won a MacBook Air M2 13-inch, which will be winging its way towards you very, very soon. Pablo Medina says he's going to be so happy. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame they're not here today. But, well, what can you say? Congratulations, I think, is due to all of our winners, loads of them. And
Merry JavaScriptmas.
Merry JavaScriptmas indeed. Yeah. So thanks for everybody who's joined us on this live stream. And sorry, some of that coding was a bit like by the skin of our teeth. But hey, we kind of got there in the end, which is the way it works. We're
keeping it real.
Exactly. Probably need a bit more time to refine some of that, but it's live. It's live. Righty-ho. Right, we are well over time. So, Mika, thanks very much for joining. Everybody in the chat, thank you very much for joining. And what's left to say? Congratulations to all the winners, and happy holidays and happy Christmas if that's your thing, and whatever you're doing, have a lovely time and enjoy it. And we will see you next year.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Thank you, Tom.
Cheerio, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.